What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 2 of my Total Warhammer 3 Valkia the Bloody Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, a very strong start for Valkia. Her army moved through the territories of Khorne like a bloody whirlwind, casting down their armies and forcibly vassalizing them. Afterwards, we moved down to Naggarond and took Malekith's capital from under his nose, wherein he couldn't support it. Although it would have been nice that he had, because I would like whatever defeat trait he has. The army that fought us at Naggarond was a pretty damn nice one, and we had a great battle out of it anyway. Now, there really isn't anything to do this turn, because we're just about ready to go next and hopefully hunt down Malekith, but there are a few comments that I want to address before we get to that. First of all, you guys have noted that we should be marking Cormac, the Exalted Hero of Khorne, the unique Exalted Hero, I believe, that comes with Valkia. And we have done so. There's the marked hero thing that we did at the very end of last episode, and now he looks a little bit different with his very nice cornate getup. In addition to that, some of you have suggested that we keep around a few regular marauders, because there's no other way to get aspiring champions. Okay, can this thing go away? There you go. There's no other way to get aspiring champions, which is a little bit odd that they aren't in the Khorne tree, because there is an aspiring champions of Tzeentch Regiment of Renown, so it's kind of strange that you can't get a Khorne one, but oh well. Maybe there's a way to get them via technology, or maybe there's a way to get them via some sort of event like Eye of the Gods or something. Who knows? Will be interesting to find out. Otherwise, I believe we're now ready to go. We will try to gift Naggarond to Malekith. You know what we might also want to do? Let's recruit another Lord. Maybe we can use another Lord to bait Malekith, because look, his army is pathetic. There's no way that he tries to actually fight Valkia, and I don't want to be chasing him around. We might try to maybe ambush or bait him into attacking the Little Lord while we ambush. Try something like that. Huddled Blood Reaper here has Path to Glory Souls cost reduction, which is probably the best thing here by far, because we're going to be upgrading him anyway. So yeah, let's do this. And then when we upgrade Valkia's army, like when we lose a few units, we could trade them off to him or something, maybe. Or we could use them to hold ground in a few locations. Okie dokie, let's do that. I like the idea. And unlike the Warriors of Chaos back in vanilla, these guys don't cause attrition to each other by being near each other, though you would think with Khorne, perhaps, that that would make a decent amount of sense. Now, I believe that is now it, and we can proceed to the next turn. Let's see how Malekith reacts.
Your lifeless corpse shall be dedicated to the Blood God.
Yes, let's see. You want a peace treaty. What if we give you Naggarond? Will you vassalize? Nope, minus 34. Getting there, but not quite there as yet. Alright. I wonder, will you break your, just out of curiosity, military alliance with Hag Grief? Yes, you will. You'll do anything. Might as well break your trade agreement with Hag Grief as well. And give us 3,000 money. No, I'd prefer the vassalage, obviously. Alright, looks like he's gonna move up north. I wonder if we should send our allies out to get him. Actually, we should probably send our allies to go and capture Ashrak, because it's part of their territory, and we kind of erased it instead of giving it back to them. Okie dokie. Now, ally mobilized against settlement. Let's make another ally mobilized. No, we don't have the income for it. Ooh. You're about to attack Hag Grief here. Oh, well, that's just swell. Okay, now, Malekith. Here's what we want to do. Valkia, we want to put you, let's say... Oh, this way, okay, better up the road. Okay, fine. Put you into ambush right here.
The road to carnage.
And then...
Be quiet.
We'll put this little lord right here by himself. And, oh damn, can't encamp. Channeling. Why not get the free XP? Hopefully Malekith goes for this. I have no idea where he's going. Maybe he's trying to head up to Harkaldra, or maybe he sighted a Skaven army that's here somewhere or something like that they're at war with. Alright. This would be ideal if it does work. I wonder if we can move a little bit closer as well. Is that too close? Alright. I mean, I suppose we could also... Wait, if Valkia's in ambush and he gets hit directly, he'll get hit as a reinforcement, won't he? Oh, we'll see. We will see, and I do believe that's it. I'm very curious to see if this works, and I do want a cinematic duel between Valkia and Malekith. So let's end the turn and let's see. Come on. No, he did something else. Okay. Let's try that again then. I prefer not to have to chase him all the way around. Huh. I take it there's a Skaven settlement at Harkaldra, judging by the fact that he's raiding this territory. And the ambush was foiled. Yeah, okay, I see why that didn't work. Ally begins outpost construction in Grond. Or rather, Grond has begun outpost construction. Volatile Vortex. Miscast face chance for all spellcasters and wins a magic power reserve plus 10. Oh, that's swell. Let's give this a quick read. The Great Warding teeters on its axis and weakens for a moment. Before it recovers, the winds of magic burst forth in a tumultuous gyre around your army, greatly boosting their power reserve but increasing the likelihood of miscasts. Swell. Speaking of outposts, Grond, War Coordination, Outpost, Construct. And we have no ally missions from you, though I'm willing to check whether we have one from the Hmong. Yes, we do.
Dominate.
Destroy Malekith? Yes, that's what we've been trying to do, though the ambush unfortunately failed. Now, Valkia, you can't reach Malekith. Oh, if he's sieging this, or if he sacked this, there must be a Skaven settlement there.
Mistress of Skulls.
Bet neither of you can reach us. Okay, Valkia, go right near Malekith, let's say here. Try that ambush again. If he takes the settlement, then we kill him anyway. If he doesn't and goes after Harald, then, well, that's good. Harald, go right here. Right at the edge of this, because if this hero tries to annoy you, and if she gets too close to Valkia, Valkia's ambush might get foiled because of that. I'm not sure. Alrighty. Let's hope that this works out. Also, I forgot, but we might have upgrades here. Yes, so go for growth, go for money, and most importantly, go for a new Chaos Sorcerer. Yes, we need them to steal tech, and I guess we need one in Valkia's army?
Consort of Khorne.
In theory. Could get a nice metal sorcerer. Alrighty, and also, I just want to double check, what are the... Okay, we do have a new Fleshhounds, which tells me that perhaps we should change this from the Fleshhound thing, because we will have 4 when we're ready. Change this to Death's Bounty for post-battle loot, I guess. Yeah, we can't activate anything else. The 100 character experience isn't really all that much. We could double it by increasing the tech, but that's really far away. Yeah, let's just get the extra loot for now, especially if, since we have a second army right now, it may be worthwhile to just build it up. There you go. Alrighty, just gotta make sure that we get those souls back. Well, let's try again. Malekith, will you take Harkaldra? Will you go after this guy? No, he's gonna take Harkaldra. Swell. Then we will destroy him here. And Harald can... Ooh. Wait. What if we have Harald attack and use Valkia as reinforcement to save on the movement points so that we can move down south to Nagaron? That might be worth our time. War declared between Nagaroth and the Drowned. Ally occupies settlement of the rebels. What the heck is this? It's showing Reichland here, it's showing Nagaroth here. Very strange. Unit experience for Marauders, swell. Free total favors, swell. If we complete the raid mission. Raid Hag Grief. Yeah, maybe on the way there, sure. Then we will go for... You know what? I did want Rite of Ascension to get those chosen up and running. Plus the increased experience for Chaos Warriors wouldn't be amiss. Let's do that. Then, Valkia. He'll come in as a reinforcement. Oh, wait, but then... I'm 90% sure that Malekith's defeat trait is Frenzy, which Valkia already has, but I don't remember what it is with Frenzy. It can't just be Frenzy, that would probably be too weak. You know what? Let's do this. Let's still have Huddled attack, because even if half of it is Frenzy, that's still quite a bit. You are going to move in. And you're gonna siege this. Valkia, you're gonna move in as a reinforcement right here. There we go. Then, peace, just to see, Nagaron. Vassalage is at 18, not too bad. What if we now join war against Clan Septic? No, not quite. Close, but not quite. Alright, maybe we'll sack his territory afterwards and see how he feels about that then. Okie dokie, and you guys have taken the Glacial Gardens, well that's swell for you. Just want to check if there's anything else that we need to do and it doesn't look like it. Alright, here we go. Well, let's see if we can get this duel going, cinematically obviously. Go. They are sheep, that's all he said. Okay, sounds like something the vampires would say as well, which is appropriate considering the Vlad campaign going on at the same time. Alrighty, well it looks like Harold is going to lead this charge by himself. And ooh, is that a Aurora? Huh, but it's very purple. Very dark elf energy. Which I now wonder whether it is an aurora or whether it is some sort of barrier going up, perhaps because of the Dark Elf watchtowers to keep out the Chaos forces. Not sure. Either way, the unfortunate thing about the single unit moving in is that our reinforcing army is pretty slow. Our infantry move at standard infantry speed, so between 28 and 30 something. So they're gonna take quite a while to actually reach the main enemy, especially since the location where they're getting onto the field means they have to go around here on this road, and then around again, and then around again, and because of the way pathing works, the units really aren't good at that unless you babysit them. On the bright side, Valkia can fly over all that nonsense and join in the fray herself, and on top of that we have our relatively fast-moving contingent here, made up of tons of Fleshhounds, Warhounds, and a couple of Cav units, including the Skull Crushers, that can move into the city fairly quickly and start dishing out some damage. Speaking of dishing out some damage, Valkia is going to just join the fray all alone. Let's watch her animations a little bit, shall we? It'll probably be a long, long time before I get tired of them. There has absolutely been some power creep with regards to animations in this third game, and the Champions of Chaos DLC. The animations are just so good. I want to see Valkia's animation, the flying one again. The one where she picks up a unit and then drops out of the sky with them on the spear. Not that one, yes, this one. Oh yeah. I could watch that all day. Alrighty, and I also find it hilarious how there's a unit of Bleak Swords running around there just ignoring their allies, getting chased by Valkia. And they're just getting ripped apart from the back. They know they have no chance. It's pointless to fight. Every Druki for himself. Ouch, you just lost your head, buddy. Very nice. Alrighty, well, Valkia seems like she's having a fun time, although I suppose that the fact that they're actually running away rather than fighting is probably enraging her a little bit. Over on this side, our forces have somewhat joined the battle here. Our horsemen are annoying the enemy by chucking their armor-piercing throwing axes at them, and waiting for our Skull Crushers to reach the battlefield and actually join the fray. Because obviously we don't want the horsemen fighting in melee. Fortunately, the enemy can hardly catch them. And there we go. They've annoyed the enemy enough, and here come the Skull Crushers ready to charge. And now they're like, oh no, we've made a terrible mistake chasing those horsemen. There we go. Beautiful. Well, that unit of Bleak Swords will be dead shortly. They're not even Dread Spears, so they really have absolutely no chance against the Skull Crushers. All they can do is hope to hold them a little bit while they take some damage from enemy support range fire. Looks like some Cold One Chariots decided to bypass our units here and run for our Horsemen, but then they'll get immediately caught by our Skull Crushers and probably very swiftly destroyed. Chariot versus Cav is a very bad matchup for the Chariot. 1 Chariot down, 2 Chariot down, 3 Chariot down, and 1 is left, and the unit is basically destroyed. In the meantime, our Fleshhounds are also moved in and are going to go after the Dark Shards. Valkia is still flying overhead, and the rest of our army still like 8 years away from joining the battle. Maybe we can win it before our Chaos Warriors actually get here. Ooh, love the animation of the Hound throwing the enemy unit up in the air. Very nice. It's one of the fun things about fighting enemy infantry with monstrous units, all these glorious animations that you don't tend to see with other large units. Hopefully we get to fight a lot more infantry factions. Which we should, as we're going to go after more Elves and Norska and probably the Skaven at some point. And it looks like these Dark Shards are in a pretty bad way and are going to run away from all the Fleshhounds. Good job, doggos. All of you get pats, and Dark Shards will get chased down while we move into the rest of the battle. Valkia is getting ready to get a duel with Malekith going, and we're also going to move in our Skull Crushers to prevent him from running away. In the meantime, it looks like Cormac has gone to a minor supply location, the third one as our doggos have captured 2, and is hoping to grab this for us. Also, we haven't seen this model yet, so let's take a look. Looking pretty damn fly there, Cormac. Yeah, that's a very nice model, though unfortunately for him, there are some Blackguard of Nagaron moving towards him, which are basically specialized at killing units like him, so that'll be a bit of an issue. We'll see, depending on how close our Chaos Warriors are. On the bright side, the Bloodletters are getting a little bit closer. They do run faster than the Mortal units, so there's at least that benefit to them. In the meantime, Valkia has dropped down. We've been looking for a fight with Malekith, so let's hope that we can get it. Doggos are going to move in. Unfortunately, the Bleak Swords there, oh no, those are Dread Spears, distracted Valkia from joining the fight against Malekith, but the Doggos should take care of him just fine. A Chill Wind dropping down through our Doggos as well as our Skull Crushers as Malekith gets trapped in the fray and Valkia finds him. Very nice. Turn and face your death. Or your subjugation. Oh wow, another Chill Wind coming down. And they're both frozen in ice forever. The Witch King versus the Gorequeen, very appropriate. And let's see what the damage is like on you, Mally. You're at, you've lost about 25% HP, Valkia's taken maybe 1 hit. Otherwise, Cormac is now engaged with the Blackguard and is obviously taking quite a bit of damage. I was really hoping to capture this and it came so close to it, but oh well, what can you do? Let's watch a couple of his animations, though I doubt that Malekith's gonna survive too long. So we shouldn't delay here for too long either. There we go. Those are some nice charges, though he's taking more damage than he's dishing out. He just needs some support. Alrighty, well, you have fun there, Cormac, for a little while. Let's see about Malekith, who is, yeah, he's dropping down to about 25% HP already. Maybe I should have just moved the Skull Crushers away so that these two could fight it out. But the problem is Malekith kept casting Chill Wind on our units, and the longer he's alive, the more damage they'll all take. And the duel should be just about done. Malekith turns away and dies. There we go. A wound to the back, buddy. You shouldn't have routed or shattered. You should have just fought to the death. Now, Cormac did get very, very badly hurt, and he either routed or we moved him away. The Blackguard only lost about 12 units to him, which ain't much, but they did lose a decent amount of HP, so when we build him out to be an actual fighter, maybe he'll be able to take on a unit like this. Otherwise, our army is actually finally here. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to speed that up. It is finally here and ready to add those axes to the fray, although the enemy lord's been killed and most of the work has already been done. And in fact, with Malekith having routed, these guys are not going to stay in the fray for too long. I think it's just a matter of killing the Black Guard and the battle will be pretty much over. Black Guard are now surrounded, Cormac moving back into the fray, but now leading 3 units of Flesh Hounds who completely surround the Black Guard and start ripping them apart. I also use the Army Bound spell to buff all their attacks. Oh, looks like they do have their Murderous Prowess activate, so they'll be fighting a little bit longer here. Malekith's personal guard here fighting to the last, even though they probably should have been standing on top of Malekith to prevent him getting killed by Valkia. And I do believe the unit has now routed, and so has the rest of the enemy army. Battle is ours, location is ours, Malekith defeated, and we are looking pretty good. Let's see if we can vassalize him now. Alright, not too bad. Losses incredibly minimal, though our exalted hero of Khorne came in very close to dying when dueling those Black Guard of Nagaron. But otherwise, Malekith's army achieved absolutely nothing. So we're going to occupy the place and then we'll trade it off to one of our allies. Wait. Or do we want to sack the place and then ask Malekith to... Alright, wait, let's sack it first. I have an idea. And income from raiding, yeah, and then frenzy, which would be pretty useless to be fair on Valkia. Ooh, Knights of the Brazen Throne, very nice. We'll pick those Skull Crushers up next. Malekith, Peace Treaty, Trade Settlement, Nagaron, -7 on vassalage. So damn close. Huh. Now, I guess the question will be, will it increase or decrease if we take Harkaldra? Yeah, wait. 7. And you'll do it for money. 12,000 money. What if we also declare war on these Skaven nearby? I don't really want the Skaven nearby anyway. Join war against Clan Septic. -3.1. And then bounce offer for 5k. That sounds good to me. That sounds very good to me. We got this. Propose offer. Go. I hope I'm not missing something here.
Fine.
Alrighty, and now Nagaron and Grond have both joined us. Awesome, awesome. We'll probably want to construct an outpost at Nagaron shortly, though it is probably in danger of getting attacked by Clan Septic as well. We should be careful about that. You share an enemy with this faction that is far away. You know what, let's wait a little while on that outpost, just in case. Ally loses outpost Grond. Oh, yeah, because they built it in Nagaron. Build it in the frickin' Dagrak's End, man. What are you doing? Come on now. Alrighty, well, I'm hoping that with that, Malekith can essentially take care of the north for us with our vassals, because I really want to send Valkia up to the Palace of Ruin and grab this little faction for ourselves, or grab this little territory for ourselves. Interesting. Okie dokie. As for you, Valkia, the question is, where do we march? I don't want to be near enough to these beastmen so that they attack us. I'm almost tempted to try to move towards Nagaron, because it could be occupied by anybody right now. Also, you no longer need to attack.
What do you seek?
Lovely. Okay. This is a very interesting campaign. I was really not expecting this. Now, I guess we're going to risk it. We're going to move through here, and we're going to move up towards the Palace of Ruin. Want that Dark Fortress. Harold, I guess we technically don't need you anymore, although... you're not bad. Also, we want to send you guys to occupy Ashrak, because it's part of your territory. Good. And then Mung... we want to send you out to occupy the Altar of Ultimate Darkness, perhaps? This is full of Skaven, is it not? Or maybe it's not. And Grumbrindle is here. Oh, that's going to be an issue. know what? I have no idea where... Okay, the Skaven are down here. Where is the Hmong trying to go right now? Oh, they're trying to go after Ashrak. Oh, I don't like that. Leave that to Grond. I know you're both our vassals, but leave it to Grond. Go down to Rakto Gorge, maybe. Huh. Actually, because we haven't uncovered it... Okay, fine, fine. Since we haven't uncovered it, we'll send a hero there to do it for us. Now, Harold, you are not yet ready for your Path of Glory, and it's a little bit on the expensive side right now anyway, so we'll wait on that. Huh. Now, here's a question. You don't lose your gained traits when you get devoted, do you? Like the defeat traits? Would be unfortunate to have this from Malekith's defeat and not get any use out of it. Either way, stay near Valkia for now. I don't want you to get killed by something. Especially since we're now randomly at war with Skaven, who could ambush you at any time. Valkia, unfortunately, you didn't get a lot of XP from that battle because Harold took it. Let's get you Root Marcher while we're at it. And now I'm just thinking, is there anything useful here? Experience gained... Nah, probably not. At least not right now. You know what, let's get Dominating Presence, and we're probably just going to get Chaos Vanguard anyway. It's probably going to be useful on pretty much every army. Ooh, got other stuff here. Yeah, let's get Dominating Presence and Infernal Champion for now, and then we'll see about Chaos Vanguard. Now, Cormac, you've also leveled up, and very nearly got deaded. Training for you, and I take it we didn't get any more rewards. Man, I can't believe this late into the game, 11, we have not a single ancillary. Anyway, let's end the turn, and let's move north. I figure we use Harganeth. Oh, okay, well, they're kind of on the way, so that'll be something for Valkia to fight. Enter war on side of ally. Sure, let's vassalize them as well while we move towards the Norskins. And yeah, what I was saying was we use Harald to fight the Skaven while our allies fight the... well, all of our allies, I guess, fight the Skaven together with Harald, while Valkia fights everybody else. Ally mobilized towards settlement, bloody sacrifice. Local recruitment reduction, who cares? Well, let's give this a quick read. The ruinous powers demand a large sacrifice of blood. The altars must be drenched in it, or we will suffer a loss of favor. And it's very appropriate to get the Dark Elves, who are all about blood and altars as well, so, yeah. Also, you are now going, and your army is going as well. Good, good, good. Ooh, also, before I forget, you guys have asked me to show what the victory conditions are, so here we go. Control at least 13 of the following settlements, occupy, razor, loot, and then short victory will give us 30 winds of magic per turn. Doesn't sound like a very cornate reward, though. Achieve a long victory gives us short victory conditions, occupy, loot, or raise 80. Destroy Reichland, Karazakarak, Kurun, Talzin, Hexoatl, Eatane, Northern Provinces, and Ice Court, which are all really far away, and gives us low Lord Recruit rank plus 10. Honestly, I'm not big on the rewards. They're kind of meh. Also, we now have the quest for the Scarlet Armor sort of available. We just gotta win 8 battles, and that'll be a 5% ward save, more Khorne corruption, and a fairly nice hex. We'll give this a read when we complete the quest. Valkia, you gotta march towards Spite Reach. Let's just... wait. Oh, wait. We have the Knights of the Brazen Throne now. So, we need to do several things. We're going to delete 1 Chaos Warhound. Or, you know what? All 3 Chaos Warhounds. Do we give them to you? Do you need Chaos Warhounds? You know what? Here's what we do. We'll give them to you. You're gonna take all 3 Chaos Warhounds. Valkia, you are going to recruit the Knights of the Brazen Throne, which costs quite a bit. I do want to get another Marauder Horseman unit, because we need more Knights. We can't recruit them here, but we will probably elsewhere. And then we want the other Fleshhound. Perfect. Now our money's a little bit problematic, so we'll have to be careful with that. Looks like the Beastmen are raiding Harkaldra, so they might attack us, but, you know, we'll just enter on the side of our ally. Valkia, you're going to be at 19 out of 20 for a while. Let's move you towards Grond. I wonder if they have a full stack here. And I also wonder whether we'll be able to vassalize them as well. Ooh, they have nearly a... this faction got big, didn't it? Full province. Nice. We'll get some nice battles out of that before we move north towards the other Norskins. I am loving this campaign so far. This is very different. Let's move you towards the Chill Road. You know what? How much would this cost? 2.5k? 2.1k. You know what? It's just faster. We're just gonna give this to our ally. Yeah, it costs money, but it is what it is. Ashrak, and then we'll immediately trade the settlement. Diplomacy, Grand, initiate diplomacy, trade settlement, trade agreement, trade settlement, Ashrak, and payments. Balance offer. We get 3.2k back, so we get more money out of it anyway. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Since the ally's willing to pay you money to get settlements, it's actually more worth it not to raise them, but to occupy them and then trade them immediately to your ally for money. Yes. And is there anything else we want out of this? I don't think so. Oh, damn it, that cancels that. My bad. My bad. Let's try that again. I got too excited. Trade settlement. Ashrak. Counter offer, no. Balance power or balance offer. There you go.
Of course.
See, we get the money, you get the settlement, and nobody has to waste a turn. Or, yeah, I don't want to waste any more allegiance doing that then. Especially considering how long it took these guys to take that as well. Now, we want a Chaos Sorcerer. What do we have here? Chaos Familiar, that's terrible. Diabolic Splendor, Leadership Aura, Hideous Visage. These are all terrible. Alright, we'll wait for a new one, maybe. I want one to steal tech and one to join Valkia's army. Also, you are costing us quite a bit right now. You know what? Let's wait a turn or two. In fact, let's start... Well, let's get you combat trials, but we'll start moving down here. Maybe leech some XP. Let's do that. And everything else I think here is good. Unassigned skill points, etc., etc. Let's end the turn. We certainly have a nice amount of vassals for turn 12 or so. Now if we can just get Harganeth in here, basically vassalize all the Dark Elves and the Norskins up here at the same time. Plant Septic, you want peace now. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Now the question is, do we want to give them peace? It is something for our allies to fight here. For something for them to do, and for them to build relationships with us as while we're all at war, plus it'll give them the opportunity to take free settlements. I think it's not a bad idea. I think we keep fighting them, plus they have to fight Grumbrindal and all of our allies at the same time. I think we'll not do the peace treaty. I'll let them fight. Alright, good job everybody. Human conflict, leadership when fighting against humans. How dare you. Khorne is not always a bloodthirsty killer. He occasionally recognizes and respects martial prowess in his opponents. He sees it on one of our foes. Well, we're not fighting any humans, so who cares? Now, Valkia, you cannot reach Spite Reach as yet. In fact, it'll take you a while to get there. So let's move. I just want to double check that we can't recruit a horseman. No. No, we cannot. And I did switch the gifts, did I not? I was going to earlier. Yes, we have the gift in use for income post-battle loot. Beautiful. Have okay amounts of money. You, move towards Spite Reach. That'll be the first to fall. How much sack money? 1600, not a lot. It's okay, though. Allies, keep going after the Skaven there. And hello. Yeah, Karhaldra will probably fall, but what can you do? What we can do, though, is get ourselves a Metal Sorcerer, maybe. Iron Skin. Oh, that's not bad. I'd honestly prefer the same thing that this guy has, because we're going to probably devote you to Khorne anyway, but Iron Skin isn't horrible. Unit mass and armor. Especially since you guys have the... Chaos War Shrine mount, so the mass will further... We'll get a further benefit from that. Though I suppose a Manticore would allow you to move around and cast lots and lots of Searing Dooms, so that's another option. We'll see. Alright, Valkia, stay here. If we can get one more battle, I would love it. Although probably this will be auto-resolvable. I want a cinematic battle, I mean. Kind of tempting to get another Bloodletter, but honestly we need lots of Chosen and Chaos Warriors and Knights as well. Gotta remember that these guys upgrade into Knights. at the same time, or at least Chaos Warriors do. So this isn't actually as many units as it looks.
You can resist.
And in fact, and honestly, regular Bloodletters are kind of trash. I wouldn't want them instead of the... Ooh, Outpost upgrade available. I wouldn't want them instead of...
Khorne's awakened.
Damn, we can't go into encamp. I wouldn't want them instead
by my black will
of Chaos Warriors. Man, that was... I kept distracting myself and couldn't figure out what I wanted to say. Alrighty, Harold, come back. You can stay in the stance and keep getting a little bit of XP for yourself, even though it ain't much. We can't afford to build you a proper army as yet, so... Alrighty, let's see if Harganeth chooses to defend this. I see a Death Hag, but I'm not sure there's an actual stack there to fight. I really don't understand why they declared war on us. That seems like the AI is acting pretty insanely.
Cross me, and I will be
Decage
your
Breakers.
most painful undoing.
We got a little Orky faction that are fighting the Aghole, the Decadent Host, and Harganeth. Oh, right. Sigvald is up here, isn't he? Huh. Alright, well. We'll see about that. Alrighty, what do we have here? Perhaps this is a result of the Changer's machinations, or another player in the great game making their move, but aspiring champions gather at your Dark Fortress ready to prove themselves worthy. Unit experience, we are about to attack a settlement, but we also really want level 12. Hard to say. I feel like early level 12 is going to provide us more benefit than upgrades that we probably wouldn't do right now anyway, because we need more money anyway, as we don't have enough Dark Fortresses as yet. Alright, fine, let them fight, let's get the character experience. Alrighty, Harold, you are going to go into encamp stance for a while now. I'm honestly kind of tempted to delete your Warhounds. If they weren't at level 4, I would. And oh, Karhaldra's still alive, though I think it got sacked. No, it did not. Also, what are you guys doing? Trying to gather stuff here. Hopefully they don't get destroyed by Grumbrindle. And... oh. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff down here to fight, though. Hopefully our allies can take care of it. Valkia. Let's have you attack Spite Reach. Where's their full stack? We're gonna auto-resolve this one, because that's not worth fighting.
For the Blood God.
And sack value is not too bad. Let's take the money and then we'll occupy the place. We'll trade it back to them after.
Sword Maiden of the Blood God. Battle brings conquest.
Occupy, very nice. Oh, they have Kawar. Interesting. Maybe they still have their full stack alive somewhere. It would be interesting if they're actually just out of sight of us and then attack us here at the same time as you, because you could move in, and another stack could move in March Stance, wherein we'd be in bad shape. But it's okay. Still seems like a fun fight. Also, you. I still haven't decided on what to do here, though I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go straight for Chaos Gladiator, just to build you out as a crazy fighter unit. Yeah, Chaos Commander is nice, especially when we attack, but honestly, 18-second duration is just not long enough. I'll consider it. Valkia, stay as you are. Spite Reach, we're not gonna build anything here, though. Maybe it'll be worth it to build the Twisted Relic here, just for the magic item drop chance. 1,000 gold is not that huge of an investment, and if we can get some magic items, considering we have no ancillaries or anything around, maybe that'll be good. Alright, looks like Hag Grief's relationship with us is increasing. Yeah, hopefully their relationships with each other are fixed as well. Also, Naggarond. We need to build an outpost at Naggarond itself. There we go. Not just because it'll give us the ability to build their stuff, but actually also because it will give us the ability to reinforce their garrison with some of their units. Well, their garrison will have Chaos Warriors or whatever it is. Now, Chaos Lords, no. I want a Stealer. Ooh, Opened Eyes. 250 gold per turn. But somebody's got to steal tech. Who else is going to do this? Character experience plus 15% is really solid as well. Actually, this is pretty good to join an army. I might actually have you join our other army, because this will allow you to go to level 5 faster. And you're going to lose this trait anyway, if you're going to get upgraded to A Khorne unit. Actually, I also want to see, do the Paths of Glory, are they always the same? Corruptor, Fires of Change, triggers when casting a spell, and wound action... Oh, wow. Huh. These don't really work with Iron Skin. You actually look like a pretty good hero to have on the field, ironically enough. Very high chance of wounding a target, block army chance, control, chaos, undivided corruption, and, well, this not so much, but, huh. If you are going to lose Iron Skin anyway when you get upgraded to... Oh, wait, no. You're a Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. There are no marks available, so you actually have to stay like this. You can't be upgraded, so you do keep Iron Skin. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out. We could always try to do both as well. Keep you both as a sorcerer on the field and in an army. Anyway, let's hope that these guys get a proper army going, because I want at least one more battle this episode. Let's quickly end this turn. Unless there's something to build at Iron Frost Glacier, which there doesn't appear to be anything. Also, you are close to an upgrade, so we need the money for that, so we gotta attack here. Alright, Harold, I should be careful about moving you too close. Honestly, you're not really doing anything for us right now. We really gotta get another territory up and running so we can fund an army for you. What do we have here? The Drowned are attacking Nagaron. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still shocked that the Drowned are alive. I feel like I always see Silostra die pretty early, and oh wow, they have an actual stack down there. Interesting. I wonder where Malekith's army is, if he still has an army. Killian is outside the settlement, which ain't so great. Malekith here is with a full stack, though these guys might go for Nagaron, but it does have walls now. Can you reach Nagaron? I do wonder. You know what? You can't enter allied settlements, unfortunately, so it probably wouldn't be too valuable. You know, this gives us 100 XP. It's probably not going to level you. Also, wait, double check. Are you able to get horsemen? No. Age of Rage, love it. Unnatural aggression takes hold of the populace, a seething frustration that explodes at the slightest provocation. Even the most placid soul becomes as quick to anger as a rabid dog. Soon enough, the fighting begins. The streets are littered with the dazed and beaten, and the gutters run red with blood. Swell. It sounds like a grand time. You.
Sword Maiden of the Blood God.
Huh. We could actually take their capital right now, though it would leave Spite Reach exposed. But this seems like it'll probably be worth our time and effort. Also, you can move down here. Let's keep an eye on what's going on. And Harold, you stay near Gron, but start moving closer. We'll leave our... we'll leave the other stuff to our allies. You might as well leech XP by following Valkia around for a little while. I imagine since Malekith has a full stack, he shouldn't have too much trouble. He might lose Hag Grief. Oh, he's probably going to lose Hag Grief. These guys are going to attack Killian outside the settlement. Not anything we can do about it, is there? Damn, I was hoping we could request the army. Also, let's see if there's any ally missions. Aha, Mung. Ally missions, defeat... Who? This guy? Yes. Definitely this guy, accept. Beautiful. Alrighty, and are we not trading with anybody? Ally options, we're not trading with Nagaron. Not yet. Will eventually, though. We also probably want to send somebody to attack that Beastman tribe, although... I wonder what the likelihood of vassalizing them... Oh, you can't? Okay, fine. Fine, game, fine. Well, let's have Valkia now attack. Hopefully this will give us the level 12. One more cinematic battle, and oh, hello. Agola running around. We were going to fight them as well. There's an okay garrison here, so it certainly looks like it will be worth fighting, especially with the reinforcements coming in. The only thing is, where the heck is Helebron? Oh wow, she's at strength rank 2 in the world? Damn. Looks like she might give us some damn solid fights. Alrighty, but we're gonna start by taking her capital away from her. Valkia has truly become the ruler of Nagaroth really quite quickly. And, oh, we have to siege this? Okay, actually, if they want to attack us in the field, I'd really prefer that. It would make for a much nicer battle. Honestly, I would prefer towers over rams, but we need the ram in this situation, I guess. Alright, well, let's do that. It would be funny if they just attack this. Also, where exactly are you going? You're at war with Subtle Torture, Crimson Skull, and enemies. What? Oh. The Cage Breakers, I hovered over enemies there. Oh, man. But yeah, we need to go up here anyway. Let us skip the rest of this. Damage building, building upgrades, don't... Oh, wait. I might care about building upgrades. You. Ooh, we're very close to bankruptcy. What do you have again? You have the opened eyes. But, oh, you won't lose opened eyes because we won't have a Path of Glory for you anymore. You have Scouting, Magic Item Drop Chance, Eldritch Aura, and Fires of Change. Oh, you're actually a pretty good army unit, aren't you? Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep you, though you're costing us insane amounts of cash. You know what I want to try? I want to see if any of our allies are willing to just straight up give us money. Payments. Demand payment. No. Do any of them want anything? Let's see. Quick deal. Karond Kar.
Welcome to the Black.
How about, instead of the non-aggression pact, you join us as vassals, and we will join war against Nagaryth. Close. Very close. They're nearly dead to Nagaryth. We might be better off just allowing them to die, though it would be funny if we had all the Dark Elf factions as our vassals. They'd probably be willing to go for the non-aggression pact. It's not like we care about being friendly with Nagaryth. How much money would we get from this, I wonder? The unfortunate thing is then we wouldn't be able to declare war on them. And if they survive, then that wouldn't be so good. Who was the other faction? The Cage Breakers. Other than a non-aggression pact, I don't really want to ally with the orcs, damn. You know what, I'm just going to assume that we're not going to get bankrupt. Let's just end the turn. We could just in case make one of these doggos go away. Do that. There we go, 452. What's the likelihood that it drops by 400 per turn? Let us now end the turn and hope we get a full stack here. Hellebron, come out. A big battle will draw the eye of the gods upon us too, which would be very appropriate. Where are you, Hellebron? Nope, it doesn't look like she wants to fight, but we have another army here. Alright, looks like yet another final battle of an episode, gonna be another big fight against a pile of Dark Elves, which is very appropriate. Hopefully we can steal some of their items, but even more so, hopefully we can get a great battle out of it. Go.
After we water the earth with our enemy's blood, we will drink whatever's left.
I just thought of Valkia lifting up and smashing into one of the trees and then dropping to the ground, and then probably getting extremely enraged. That image amuses me greatly. Also, for some reason, that reminded me, there was a hero, or a lord in another one of my campaigns named Entralius, and I couldn't stop laughing at that, and now since this is Khorne, we have to name somebody Entralius. It's just the best name ever. Anyway, here we go. The enemy has brought a few thousand Dark Elves to bear, and this should make for a pretty damn nice battle. They also are going to be arriving from two separate locations on the map, which should be pretty interesting, as the more elite force will actually hit us in the back while we're fighting these guys, whereas these guys have deployed near the edge of the map, which will probably prevent us from killing a lot of them. We have to try to counteract that by moving all of our fast units directly behind them, and hopefully creating a barrier, obviously after these guys move on to the field, and preventing them from escaping, essentially. Killing as many of them as we can. Valkia is probably going to have to move in first to also try to distract the main blob, and we should probably also use our Marauders and our Bloodletters, and I mean Marauders with dual axes, to try to hit the enemy in the back line as well. I'm not so worried about the smaller army doing damage to us as I am about it just escaping off the map immediately and then garrisoning or continuing to garrison Harganeth afterwards. Because you're the garrison force, right? And then these guys are reinforcements that were outside the garrison? Actually, I'm not sure who's who, but anyway. ultimately not going to be that important. Here we go, the battle is joined. The enemy Dark Shards are going to let fly or let loose their crossbow bolts, while Valkia gets ready to drop in on the enemy Lord. Obviously, the crossbow bolts going to the Chaos Warriors are a bit of a waste. They could have probably killed a lot more Marauders than they could have our Chaos Warriors, who are charging down this hill and will force them to engage. Nice little move as the Bleak Swords move forward while the Dark Shards move back to be able to continue providing their support fire, and our battle lines are joined. Really will be nice to get a Sorcerer in here and get some metal casts on all that. That would probably defeat these enemies quite quickly. Oh, and our Marauders have stopped for a few seconds while I control all of the cav here. Once again, the idea is to run right through right there and block all these guys. This is also going to be the debut battle for the Knights of the Brazen Throne. And you gotta admit, they look pretty damn fantastic. Very, very nice. I wonder how many kills they'll have by the end of this particular battle. They're also anti-infantry, so they should rack up an absolutely fearsome tally. Over on this side, the Marauders of Khorne have finally engaged the 2 units of Dark Shards here and are just ripping them apart like nobody's business. A few will die, of course, even to Dark Shards, because they have basically no melee defense, but they will rip those units apart. Now, speaking of ripping those units apart, all of the ranged units are just about done and are all routing, and now the goal is not so much to continue the battle here with these flesh hounds and stuff, but to chase down those units. Once again, so damn close to the edge of the map. While that is happening, as it is a little bit on the boring side, we can watch the main battle continue over in the center. Though we are now joining at least our elites to go into the middle of the fray here. Looks like the enemy Murderous Prowess is activated right now, which I think is actually pretty good. It's pretty good from our perspective because the more elite, I should say, enemy army hasn't arrived. Oh yeah, and look at Valkia and Cormac fighting back to back. Oh, that's fantastic. I am loving this campaign. This seems so appropriate. With their, I suppose, elite retinue of Knights of the Brazen Throne around them as well. Oh, great. You know what? I gotta go back to this and get a screenshot of them fighting back to back here. Amazing. Anyway, what I was talking about, it's good that these guys activated their Murderous Prowess now, because it's gone completely to waste on these reinforcements here. It's another one of the problems with Murderous Prowess, I suppose. So hopefully this will be done by the time they actually get here. There's still plenty of fight left in this army before we face off against the more elite army with the shades and stuff anyway, so we still have to get to work. Our Marauders with dual weapons have suffered quite a lot of damage with from the enemy range as well, so we do have to be careful with them and probably not commit them to the enemy army until they're distracted by the relatively healthy units like our Chaos Warriors and our other Marauders with shields. Anyway, back to this. Alright, it looks like these guys are all routing from the center now, and Valkia is going to lift off into the air and find herself a lord to slay, a dreadlord on a mount here. There we go. Alright, well, these two will probably be fighting each other for quite a while. The Dreadlord is, after all, also fairly heavily armored, and they're actually exchanging some blows. A nice job. Maybe we'll send Cormac to help out with this as well, though it does seem that there's a High Beastmaster and a Master that we still have to destroy in the center. However, while all that is happening, our doggos remain busy chasing off enemy units, and our main line needs to now move, hopefully towards the trees where we can block some of the enemy shots from their crossbows, and engage the enemy. Reform the battle lines while the fast movers try to chase the enemy around. Keep watching Valkia fight a little bit, as it'll probably take a while for our forces to get engaged with the third army. Not as exciting as the fight with Malekith, especially since there are no chill winds coming down, but on the bright side, that does mean this lord is a lot less threatening. Cormac coming in to help. These two fought back to back and might as well work on this together now. Ooh, look at those throwing axes coming in onto the enemy lord. Wow. Huh. They all hit the same point. Oh, interesting. I guess the game is programmed for axes to hit to adhere to several points. I just find it interesting that so many hit here. And do you have an axe in your head? Or is that in your shield? No, it's in your shield. There's one in your back, though. Or through your shoulder or something like that. Anyway, that unit is running and in fact ran away as soon as she got hit in the back by Cormac because of the morale shock, presumably. The rest of our army is now getting ready to move in and engage the enemy, while our hurt units and our fast units are going to go around and hit those crossbows and stuff in the back. Alrighty, Marauders taking a few hits in and are about to get charged as well, but they're about to get reinforced by those Warriors of Khorne, who apparently want to fight in the shade today. Here come the Dark Elves. Huh. This a little bit reminds me of the trailer for Total Warhammer 2 with the elves fighting in the forest there, although Malekith was there and he ain't here now. I mean, this isn't even technically his faction, but, you know. Valkia rules Nagaron now, anyway. Alright, nice little forest battle for us. I'm not a huge fan of forest battles normally because you can't see anything, but we have decent amount of visibility here. We can always hide the foliage with the space thing as well. Alrighty, in the meantime, while that is happening, we have started to engage the enemy ranged units. Our Fleshhounds are moving around to prevent those Dark Shards from firing and to rip them apart as well. We also ran one of the Marauders of Khorne immediately ahead, and it looks like it's managed to engage 2 units of Shades and a unit of Dark Shards as well, so well done to you guys. Valkia and her Skull Crushers plus Cormac are also trying to kill this Master and High Beastmaster here, with a little bit of help from the demonic Bloodletters. Alright. Yeah, as long as we do a good job of preventing the enemy range from doing anything, the enemy will not really be able to stand a chance with this third army. They really should have tried to take a good position and then leverage their range to hurt our already mauled army. Maybe even boxed up around the range on a hill. Something along those lines. And here we go, the Knights of the Brazen Throne are in it once more with their fantastic frickin' models. And they should be ripping apart those poor crossbowmen like nobody's business. And there we go, just like that, with those charges and every single one of those range units engaged, the enemy army realizes that they stand no further chance here, and the battle goes our way. Well done, everybody. Once again, our units did get somewhat beat up, especially the Marauders with dual weapons, and a couple of the Chaos Warriors. Well, actually the Chaos Warriors are okay, but the Marauders certainly got hurt, which is unsurprising. They'll start getting less hurt once they become Marauders themselves. Now it's a matter of chasing down lots and lots of units and hopefully preventing them from going in and defending Harganeth. Also going to chase down the enemy lords as best we can with Cormac and Valkia, who continue to work together. And that's another reason why I'm feeling like maybe we should build Cormac out to be specifically a fighter, as in more damage dealy than defendy. A, because he's cornate, and B, because he's always fighting together with Valkia. And there we go, a close victory, but I think we maintain enough units to be able to take the enemy settlement, though it'll remain to be seen whether we can auto-resolve it or not. Let's see how much damage we dealt. I'm really curious about the debut of those Knights of the Brazen Throne as well. Alrighty, very nice. We wanted a battle from Harganeth, and they certainly showed up and gave us one. 420 losses on our side, nearly a third of their army, though 2,500 on theirs. The Dark Elves do give us some great battles early on, don't they? And damn, look at the damage on the Knights of the Brazen Throne, 28,000. I think they won. I mean, they are our only regiment to renown, but damn good job. And the Berserkers, 10k on you. Or, I mean, Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons, which are Berserker infantry, but very, very nice. Yeah, lovely fight. Now, in terms of this, we could get 500 souls, which will last us for another 5 turns, though I'm tempted to heal up a little bit because I figure we'll have to assault this garrison, and I fear that you might die if we don't heal. I do want the souls, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather not have to go through the walls of a very weak settlement like this, so I think we're just going to heal up instead. Even though, we could risk it, and these Marauders of Khorne would die. Well, I suppose then we'd have to just fight it manually. You know what, the souls are useful, especially since we probably want another activation. Not that the money is that useful. Let's just sacrifice the captives. Alrighty. And it looks like, oh, small remnants of their armies do still remain alive, so if there is a full stack with Khorne Hellebron nearby, they could still attack us after we take Harganneth, interestingly enough. Would be a fun thing. I also want to see if that drew the Eye of the Gods and whether that leveled Valkia up. Okay, yes, indeed it did. So let's see what we've got here. The Wrathful Eye opens. Your actions have drawn the attention of Khorne, the angry and the wrathful blood god. Prove that you are worthy of his gaze. Until then, he shall grant you a bloody boon. Choose who shall benefit. So, Lord and Hero recruit rank plus 10. Oh, wow, that's... Huh. That's swell. If we wanted to, we could delete our Chaos Sorcerers and re-recruit them at rank 10 immediately. We could get some cheap activations. We could get 4 Bloodletters in, or... This benefits only Chaos Spawn. Horrible regeneration, that's useless. You know what? I think we go for Crucible of Champions. What we could also do is grab a few Lords preemptively, disband them, and then use them later on starting at rank 10. Can't really do the same thing for Sorcerers, because if we disband them, we disband them for good, but there really isn't any other very good choice. And yeah, it might be nice to have some Bloodletters, but these aren't Exalted Bloodletters, and once again, they're just inferior to regular Chaos Warriors, in my opinion, so let's just go for the Crucible, then. My underlings, your willing aspirants thirst to spill blood for you and for the Blood God. Alrighty, and quest issued, the Demon Shield. Raise or sack the following number of settlements 5. Swell, alright, so Valkia's getting her stuff up and running, and oh, the Demon Shield gives us a reduction on Khorne Demon units. Well, we'll probably be getting a few Bloodthirsters to flank a Valkia. A couple winged bodyguards, I suppose. Too bad we can't ascend Cormac here to become a demon prince that's just still chained to Valkia. But anyway, we will give that a read when we complete it. Ally mission successful, swell, enemies killed. Faction destroyed Clarkaron, not really our problem. And let's see what's going on back here. Looks like the Skaven are still around. Malekith's full stack is as well, and it looks like he's going to start fighting the Drowned down here. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. And finally, did Valkia level up? She did. She was supposed to be level 12, but she's level 14 now. We're definitely out of time, but I do want to get these levels up and running. So let's do that first, and then we'll call it. So, Bringer of Glory gives us +1 recruit rank for Chaos Marauders, and the leadership size increase. Queen of the Schwarzwolf, what does this give us? Allegiance points plus 25% for alliances and vassalage with Norska specifically, plus Diplo with Norska. Attribute Vanguard deployment for Marauders, Chaos Warriors, Chosen, and Valkia herself. Though I guess this does not include Cormac. I do wonder if he can... do so nonetheless. Risen again, Vigor loss reduction minus 50% for Valkia, swell. Scorn the Coward, which is that anti-casting thing that you guys corrected me on. Then Bloodraven, and a further income from post-battle loot and from raising settlements, in addition to enemy leadership reduction, lovely. Sword Maiden of Khorne makes her a demonic unit, gives her a further Khorne authority, which will reduce the upkeep cost of Khornate units, and gives the Gore Feast passive, which will make her permanently heal in combat. And then we got 1 bonus point to use on something. We could go Voice of the Dark Gods, which will combine with Bringer of Glory and the Leadership War says, yeah, I think that's a decent idea. Let's do that, and then we'll probably grab... You know what, we're probably going to go for Rally and Fight or Die next. So perhaps we want to go hammer into Anvil for the cav that we will inevitably have in this army. Alrighty, well, good job, Valkia. that's it for this stuff. We also have to deal with your weapon, your demon shield, and your scarlet armor. Get those quests up and running as we go. The spear will go up at 15. We're a little bit too busy to do those quests. Oh wait, we're actually doing them as we are, aren't we? Because they're just sack settlements, raise stuff, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, with that, I'm going to call it. Next episode, we might have to manually fight this, but we shall see, depending. Not a lot here, but I'm worried about some of the units. Either way, we might do that. Then, on top of that, we will continue attacking Hargoneth and hopefully vassalize them as well, and afterwards move north to grab some Norskins to join our little alliance. Either way, I think Valkia has become the Gorequeen of Nagaroth already, and I'm pretty happy about it. And honestly, the denizens of Hargoneth being the city of executioners and all about murder and stuff, would be pretty happy with the Gorequeen anyway. I could definitely see Hellebron appreciating what Valkia is all about, minus the fact that Hellebron doesn't really like the chaos, corruption, and most Dark Elves don't. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Stay tuned for more Valkia. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.